This is what we're going to have.
Here's the guy that inherited $200 million. If he hadn't inherited $200 million, you know where Donald Trump would be right now? Selling watches in Manhattan.
I'm wrong.
Marco Rubio had no idea how right he was about Trump selling those watches.
My new Trump watches. We're doing quite a number with watches, and the quality to me is very important. The Trump Victory Tourbillon. This isn't just any watch. It's one of the best watches made. It's a tourbillon watch with almost 200 grams of gold and more than 100 real diamonds. That's a lot of diamonds. I love gold. I love diamonds. We all do. Only 147 of these extraordinary watches will ever exist in the world, and owning one puts you in a very exclusive club. I have watch number one, and I'm going to keep it. It's mine, and that's the way I want to have it. Each watch is numbered and extremely rare, a true collector's item, and it includes a personal letter signed by me. Get your Trump watch right now. Go to gettrumpwatches.com. It's Trump time.
It's been glaringly obvious that Trump's main goal of being president was to not only benefit egotistically from it, but also financially. But his Truth Social idea may be taking some more hits as his COO just resigned, with some reporting that there's some shady things going on. Executives at Trump Media and Technology Group have been forced out in the wake of internal allegations that the company's CEO, former California Representative Devin Nunes, is mismanaging the company. Several sources that spoke anonymously with ProPublica believed that the forced exits, which include Chief Operating Officer Andrew Northwall and Chief Product Officer Sandro de Moraes, were in retaliation for a whistleblower complaint regarding Nunes that was sent to the company's board of directors. And now that Devin Nunes is back in the middle of another embarrassing episode due to his fealty to Trump, he's looking for new ways to sell the site.
We're creating a home for people that don't have a home, that have traditional television content, kind of made for TV content. So say you can't get your documentary on Netflix or on Amazon Prime. Sound familiar? I mean, it happens all the time. There's so many of these documentaries and films that don't have a home. So we're focusing on news and information on channels that don't have homes, religious channels that may have a home but have to pay an exorbitant amount to the legacy systems in order to be there. Giving a home for people that have been banned. I mean, if you think of One America News, they're not on any of the legacy systems.
Right.
Newsmax is struggles to stay on all of the legacy systems. I think Real America's Voice is on one. I think they're maybe on Dish Network. So we're really focused on creating a home for, like I said, news, information, religious channels, and family-friendly content.
I mean, maybe it'll work for them to partner up with as many far-right TV networks as they can to grab a couple more supporters that are tired of Fox News not being conservative enough somehow. Now, what's weird, though, is that some folks don't see the flailing desperation in everything that Trump does. Like when he posted another fake endorsement from his page with Jamie Dimon as the target. CNBC pointed out that minutes after the post, JP Morgan Chase spokesman Joe Evangelisti denied that it ever happened, saying Jamie Dimon has not endorsed anyone. He has not endorsed a candidate. And of course, when asked about it, Trump went with the standard response of, "Wasn't me." Why do they keep doing this? It didn't work out a couple of months ago when he posted that Taylor Swift endorsed him, and that was littered with a bunch of AI images that no one was really buying. But it still forced her to come out and endorse VP Harris and call out J.D. Vance's cat lady hate, in case anyone was confused about it. And when asked about wasting his time on that fake support, he unsurprisingly said the same thing he said about Jamie Dimon.
Are you worried you're going to get sued? Are you worried that Taylor Swift is going to sue you?
I don't know anything about them other than somebody else generated them. I didn't generate them. Somebody came out. They said, "Oh, look at this. These were all made up by other people." AI is always very dangerous in that way. It's happening with me, too. They're having me speak. I speak perfectly. I mean, absolutely perfectly on AI. And I'm like endorsing other products and things. It's a little bit dangerous out there.
In other words, yeah, I reposted it. But the worst part is that I don't even think endorsements from pop stars and Jamie Dimon would move the needle all that much for people that aren't already MAGA. I mean, why would they care what Jamie Dimon thinks if they already ignored how many economists and business leaders have already abandoned him?
We've been pointing out that there are no Fortune 500 CEOs who are supporting former President Trump. And that is a historic break going back to William Howard Taft and through Calvin Coolidge and Ronald Reagan and the Bushes and everything, is that it's been anywhere from 40 to 60% public and financial support. It's zero now, and it was zero in 2016. And the Trump economic package frightens them. It's extremely inflationary. The tariffs, 10% across the board on all imports, that's just crazy. It leads to a 3% increase for sure in inflation and plunging the GDP.
I spoke to a number of CEOs who I would say walked into the meeting being Trump supporter-ish or thinking that they might be leaning that direction, who said that he was remarkably meandering, could not keep a straight thought, was all over the map, and that they, which may be not surprising, but was interesting to me because these were people who I think might have been actually predisposed to him and actually walked out of the room less predisposed to him.
They saw what everyone sees, but so many of us refuse to acknowledge the chaotic nature of the former president because he offers division and superiority in return. It's never been about his actual business knowledge or his successes.
Others that say the stock market's going up because they think Trump is going to be elected. And if Trump isn't elected, this country's going to go into a depression the likes of what you had in 1929. And I hope that's not true, but I can understand it, and I can understand what they're saying. The stock market gain, they think, is because looks like we're going to win the election.
You talk about the economy a lot out on the campaign trail. It's a very important issue to do with your voters as well. Jobs are up. The stock market hit that all-time high. Do you acknowledge that the economy is improving?
No, it's not.